grew up here in St.Albert. I played hockey. I had a great opportunity to play hockey. And the interesting thing is that we see almost the same number of male hockey players today as we did 20 years ago. And so then the question that comes in your head is, well, why is that? And do we need additional ice? So the answer is, why is that? Is when I was a kid, out of 15 boys in a class of 30, maybe 7 of us played hockey. Today that is about 3. So we've grown our population, but the percentage of kids playing hockey is reduced. And the amount of families with lots of kids in them has shrunk. So the average family now has 1 or 2, whereas before maybe they had 3 or 4. That being said, though, we have the difference that puts demands on ice surfaces is ringette and women's hockey. That has grown over that period of time a lot. So when I was playing hockey 20 years ago, we didn't have as big a ringette and we didn't have as many women playing hockey, and that's grown. So that's what's put the pressure on our ice sheets. This is a priority for me to get done, and one of the projects that I've really looked hard at is the Active Communities proposal. So the last council meeting, I put forward a notice of motion that directed the future mayor to write a letter of support for that project, and if I'm elected, I intend to vote in favor of that. What that project is it's an arena surface that is run by a non-profit group, and so it kind of takes the city out of it, and it doesn't ask us for any operating dollars going forward. What they're asking for is us to make a capital investment, and then they will also go out and try and get a provincial grant to fund it. So if an ice rink costs $15 million, they may try and get $5 million from the province. We put in 10, and then they run it, and we don't contribute any money. The way that they could do this is the rates that we charge for ice for local users is less than for users that are out of town. So if the St.Albert hockey team goes to Riviera-Kabar, say they're charging $350 an ice, here we charge $250. Their proposal they would charge $300 to $350. So it would cost a little bit more than our current domestic ice sheet, but you wouldn't have to go to Riviera-Kabar. And so that's one I'd really like to look at, because it's a good deal for taxpayers. It's very tax advantageous for the public, and so I'll give you an example of that. When you donate to something like a community group for a rink, you can get a tax deduction in your federal taxes. If we were to take that $1,000 directly from you through property taxes and then give it to a rink, you don't get those savings on your income tax. So if you're willing to donate $1,000 to a new hockey rink like I am, cut a check to them for fundraising, get my tax deductible receipt, build the rink, instead of us just taking that money from you as a municipality and then building our own rink. So it provides many advantages, and over the next term I'd really like to explore that project. And I'm thinking next time we have an election, bring that forward to the public as a plebiscite. I think we'll have a really good package to offer after they do the legwork, which is to come up with a more concrete proposal about how it's going to be financed and operated. So that's one thing that I would support.